Okay, you remember last week we had a writing test, and your task was to describe a scene in the classroom.
Yeah.
And 85%, not 90% of the students have submitted. And last night I checked Teddy's test, and also Asma's test. It's not easy to check. Okay, it takes time. It takes 5 to 7 minutes per person, and I can only do it when you are doing an activity in a class. But sometimes I do it outside of my working hours, and so um, I will continue checking today. But and this one here, describing a scene in the classroom. And Alex, this one, I wrote it. I wrote this. Okay. And I like you, Alex, to read it to the class. Okay, let me share. Can you see this, Alex?
This is not a picture of a typical elementary school classroom. Everyone in the classroom is doing different things, and the teacher is not very happy. She called the school principal for help. When the school principal came, he was surprised to see the disorganized class. Everyone is doing something different, and the teacher is helpless. The two boys standing near the blackboard are trying to solve some mathematics problems. The girl on the left, sitting close to the window, is making faces at the boy playing with a paper plane. The three boys sitting in the front are focused on reading their books and studying. The two girls on the left are discussing what they are reading in the book. The boy on the left is eating a sandwich while the two boys in front of him are playing a video game. The two girls in the right corner below the picture are passing notes to each other. The teacher doesn't know what to do to control the situation. She can't think of any other option but to call the school principal for immediate
Assistance.
assistance.
Assistance. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Alex. So that is describing a scene. I know that when I ask you to write about this, there were two tasks that you needed to do. One is describe the scene, this scene, and then the next one is to predict what would happen next. But in this one, I did not write about what would happen next, because that is the next task, the next writing. What do you think will happen next? Okay, so I'm gonna ask someone to read. Okay, any volunteer to read the next one? Okay, Helen. Okay, so let me share it, Helen, just a second. Okay, so, okay, in this picture, what do you think will most probably happen next? This is making prediction, speaking task number 4. Okay, Helen, go.
Okay. The school principal will enter the classroom and speak to the student with a commanding voice. He will warn them that if they don't follow the rules in the classroom, he will have no other recourse but to personally call their parents or legal guardians and report to them their unruly behavior. In the classroom, yeah, if this action fails, his next step will be to suspend all of them for a week and can only return to the school after no, after they and their parents both write a letter to the principal and their teacher promising that they will behave properly, study seriously, and be respectful to their teachers at all times while in the classroom. When he will ask each student if they want him to take this action, the students will promise immediately that they will take control of themselves, behave, promise, no,
properly.
behave, yeah, properly while at school, and are respectful not only to the teacher but also to everybody around them. In the end, the school principal will not need to call their parents or suspend the children. The teacher will then have a better and more effective class.
Okay, thank you so much, Helen.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, let me find somebody else. Okay, Maryna,
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, everybody. Hi.
Maryna. Okay, actually no, okay, not Maryna because Rada is volunteering. Okay, Rada, what I like you to do is I like you to read both of them. Are you able to do? Do you want to do it?
Yes, yes, Andrew, I can.
No, Rada, say I would love to,
I would love to, Andrew.
or you can say it'll be my pleasure. You know.
Yeah, it's really my
Okay,
pleasure.
that's a second. Because everybody, these two essays are actually connected. Okay, but on the CELPIP task, they are two separate tasks, but the story is actually connected. Okay, let me go. And Rada, I'm gonna ask Rada to read the first and the second and connect them.
Okay.
Okay, Rada, you can see it, right?
Um,
Okay. Describing a scene, 60 seconds. Okay. Now, Rada, when you read, I like you to read with some drama. You say, this is not a picture of a typical elementary school. This is not. Okay, go, Rada.
This is not a picture of a typical elementary school classroom. Everyone in the classroom is doing different things, and the teacher is not very happy. She called the school principal for help. When the school principal came, he was surprised to see the disorganized class. Everyone is doing something different, and the teacher is helpless. The two boys standing near the blackboard are trying to solve some mathematics problems. The girl on the left, sitting close to the window, is making faces at the boy playing with a paper plane. The three boys sitting in the front of the three boys sitting in the front are focused on reading their books and studying. The two girls on the left are discussing what they are reading in the book. The boy on the left is eating a sandwich while the two boys in front of him are playing with a video game. The two girls in the corner below the picture are passing notes to each other. The teacher doesn't know what to do to control the situation. She can't think of any other option but to call the school principal for immediate assistance.
Continue.
The school principal will enter the classroom and speak to the students with a commanding voice. He will warn them that if they don't follow the rules in the classroom, he will have no other recourse but to personally call their parents or legal guardians and report them their unruly behavior in the classroom. If this action fails, his next step will be to suspend all of them for a week and can only return to the school after they and their parents both write a letter to the principal and their teacher promising that they will behave properly, study seriously, and be respectable to their teacher at all times while in the classroom. Then he will ask each student if they want him to take this action. The students will promise immediately that they will take control of themselves, behave properly while at school, and be respectful not only to the teacher but also to everybody around them. In the end, the school principal will not need to call their parents or suspend the children. The teacher will then have a better and more effective class.
Very good. Thank you so much. Okay, so that was the task that I asked you to write about last week. I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna unshare it, and we will go to the next one. Okay, I just wanted to share with you how you can better organize um, the writing your story. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay, so and actually Teddy, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Are you sure you're here? Okay, so I actually checked Teddy's writing last night, and Teddy, I was impressed. You are so good with description. Like if I close my eyes and I listen to it, I can picture. I can picture your story. I mean, I can picture the situation in the classroom by the way you describe. And is it okay, Teddy, if I share your story and you read it to the class?
Yeah, no problem. It's my pleasure.
Maryna, did you see this? You see Andrew
Yeah.
Taylor student? Did
Yeah.
you see Andrew Taylor
Agree.
student? Okay, good. By the way, Rada, beautiful Rada, your voice is beautiful. When you were reading Rada, I imagine you as if you have a dream and your dream is to do a professional job in Canada, you can do it. I'm very sure you can do it because
Thank
your
you.
English is clear. You have, you learn how to speak with feelings. That is very, very important. That is one thing that I always push the students to do.
But
That
when I'm starting,
when you speak, you need to put your heart into your speaking, and so people will like you, will care about you, will listen to you, and will support you and believe you. But if you say the student in the classroom, and they say, and some people say, Amen. Okay, forget it. It's a joke.
just one thing, Andrew. So when I'm starting to read that one, it will take some time to get into flow. So in the starting time, I had some to have some problem when I am reading. Then maybe in the last sentences, I might read more better.
No,
Yeah.
no, and also Rada, the reason why I said you were excellent because I knew you when you first came to the class. You were speaking and reading flat, but now you are like I imagine you're standing in front of many people, and you say the student, and you're speaking with confidence, right? Your voice projected confidence, Rada.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so I was gonna ask Maryna to read these two stories, but I saw you volunteered first. So even my Maryna,
Oh,
even
maybe I
even
will not be so good as Rada.
Okay, no, Rada is very good. I'm very glad that I selected that she volunteered. Okay, so okay, let me just ask Teddy to read his. Okay, ready, Teddy. Let me just open it first because Teddy's work. Teddy, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you to read yours, but I already checked it. Just a second. Describing a scene and turn in graded. I've graded only two, only Teddy and Asma. I have to hide your grade, Teddy. I don't want the students to see it because it's a private information. Okay, just a second. Okay, so I'm gonna share. Okay, everybody, this is Teddy's. Okay, what I'm gonna do, Teddy, is I will show the students your original. Okay, everybody, can you see this?
Yes, I see.
Okay, good. Okay, everybody, this is Teddy's original. Okay, Teddy, you're gonna read your original, and then I'm gonna show you, and you're gonna read what I checked. Okay, Teddy, please read.
Okay. This picture in front of me is a classroom. The students in the classroom are taking a short break and doing their own things. The teacher is outside the door and talking to the school principal. In front of the blackboard, there are two boys discussing the mathematical formulas that were written on the blackboard. On the left corner of the picture, there are three boys. One of them is playing the game board, and the other two are interested in and watching it. On the right corner of the picture, there are two girls chatting with each other, and one of the girls is passing a piece of paper under the table to the other. In front of them, there are two girls sitting close and exploring something with a book. During this short break, this classroom is a bit noisy. Obviously, most of the students are having fun, and a while later, the teacher and principal will end their conversation and walk in the classroom. All of the students in this classroom will stop what they are doing and pay attention to the teacher and principal. The two boys who are in front of the blackboard will stop their discussion and go back to their seats. After all the students settle down, the principal will motivate all of the students and encourage them to work hard at study by a short speech. All of students will be quiet and listen carefully to what the principal is saying. The teacher will be proud of the students' respectful attitude towards the principal.
Okay, beautiful. Now, before I ask you to read the other one that I checked, I need reaction from the students. Okay, what do you think about Teddy's writing? Anybody who wants to share? Okay, Maryna.
I love the way how Teddy described the situation, and it's absolutely clear, and really I can imagine this situation. I like that Teddy imagine that this is like a small break. It's not a noisy class. For example, when I described this situation, in my opinion, it was like a noisy class during all the time. But Teddy imagines that this is like a break, and when principal coming to the classroom, they became quiet, and also very good vocabulary and very clear. I like this. I like the way how Teddy described the situation and how he read this situation.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, actually, Maryna, like you, I was also surprised how Teddy imagined that this was break time. So when I was checking last night, I said, good idea. Yes. Yeah, it's break time. I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
No, Teddy, you did a great job. Rada, you want to say something, Rada?
Yes, Andrew. In I think couple of weeks ago, we discussed about these pictures. So I think it's a month ago. I think you showed us in the classroom these pictures, and you told to us like this is a classroom having some noisy, and she is complaint to the picture. Because of that, I think we don't think of other situations. We only go to like this. But when
No.
it since he is new, or maybe he might not listen that things, or he can create his own. He showed the other view, like it's not like the same to everybody. He showed another way of in positive. I feel like it's a positive. So and his way of narration is attend to details, detail. And also the way of narrating is a step by step, and it is give a clear picture
Yes.
to understand everybody. I really like that this narration, and I appreciate Teddy. You have done a wonderful job, Teddy. Thank you.
Oh, Rada, I really like the way you're phrasing your sentences.
Thank you.
No, they're highly professional. Okay, so now, Rada, what I took away from you, from what you said, is that Teddy created his own situation because he was completely innocent about what I said. That's why he was able to come up with an original idea. So I learned something from this, Rada. Next time, I will I will not explain to you the situation because I want you to be free. Okay, which reminds me, while I was talking with my Brazilian student yesterday in my morning class, and then no, not yesterday, last Thursday, and she told me, Andrew, she said to me, she showed on her phone. She said, Andrew, look at this. This will give you an idea the importance of like which area to focus when you are teaching citizenship. And then she said to me, oh, do you have this app? And then I said, no, I don't. She said, download it. And then I told her, I said, her name is Bitania. I said, Bitania, you know what? What makes me a better teacher or a unique teacher is that I do not copy other people. I am original. So I don't want to examine all of these websites because they will affect my technique. Then I'm no longer Andrew Taylor. And so I don't want to look at it because I know I am doing a fantastic job as a teacher and I have my own style, my own fashion, my own technique, and I don't need ideas from other people. Now, if I want to research for information, what I'm gonna do is I will like, for example, ask a question like who is the first prime minister or something like this, for information. But for strategy, I am the unique me. That's why our next lesson is I am the unique me. Remember this? And okay, everybody, I like you to, and thank you, Rada, for that, for sharing your perspectives. Beautiful. Okay, Teddy, did you like what Rada and Maryna say?
Of course. Thank you, Maryna and Rada. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. I didn't expect the job I did very that someone can feel like that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So anyway, okay, let me share. Teddy, you're gonna read. Okay, Teddy's writing was excellent, but it's not perfect. So what I did is I checked it. Okay, I checked it last night. So Teddy, I just checked your grammar and punctuation and spelling. Okay, I did not check your idea. Okay, so this is what I did. Okay, Teddy, please read.
Okay. The picture in front of me is a classroom. The students are taking a short break and doing their own things. The teacher at the door is talking to the school principal. In front of the blackboard, there are two boys discussing the mathematical formulas that were written on the blackboard. On the left corner of the picture, there are three boys. One of them is playing a game board, and the other two are
Enthusiastically.
enthusiastically watching. On the right corner of the picture, there are two girls chatting with each other. One of the girls is passing a piece of paper under the table to the other. In front of them, there are two girls sitting close and exploring the book. It's break time, and the classroom is a bit noisy. Obviously, most of the students are having fun. A while later, the teacher and principal will end their conversation and walk into the classroom. All of the students in this classroom will stop what they are doing and pay attention to the teacher and the principal. The two boys who are in front of the blackboard will stop their discussion and will return to their seats. Uh, when all the students have settled down, the principal will talk to the students, motivate and encourage them to study harder. All the students will be quiet and listen carefully to what the principal is saying. The teacher will be proud of the students' respectful attitude towards the principal.
Okay, so what I did here, um, Teddy, did you see? I mean, did you feel what I changed?
Yes, yes, of course.
Yes. Okay. So what I did here, everybody, what I did here, everybody, is I just checked Teddy's. Okay, let me stop sharing so I can see because I cannot see you. What I did here is that I just checked Teddy's, especially punctuation, like period, comma, sentence beginning, sentence and ending. And Teddy, I did this a little bit, Teddy. I switched places because there were times that you were redundant. Redundant means you're repeating yourself. Okay. And so what I did was I deleted some parts and I connected them to other parts. Okay. So that's why I told you when I check people's writing, it is time consuming for me because I am I pay attention to details. I do not just like check, this is wrong, this is wrong. I try to make it more cohesive, more clearer, and more meaningful to other students when they read, to the readers, right? And also, you had a hard time reading the word enthusiastically. Why? Because you did not write it. You said interesting. Okay, interesting and enthusiastic, they are the same meaning, but I cannot change interesting into an adverb. So I had to replace it with enthusiastic, because enthusiastic, I can change it into an adverb. Because in this sentence, grammatically speaking, you need an adverb. Okay, so that's what happened. Okay, so this one, Teddy, if you open your test after the class, you will see. You will see this. Okay, but the other students, they will not be able to access. Okay, I've also checked Asma's writing, but I'm not gonna show you because we need to go to the next lesson. Everybody, before we go to the next lesson, do you have any question? Everything clear? Alexander, did you like what Maryna and Rada say?
Yeah, of course. I would like to describe them like them, but I don't think I enough good in English to say that.
So
Okay.
they did a great job.
Okay, you know, Alexander, Maryna started in my class in September last year. So don't worry, you know. If the students are very strong, there is a reason. Okay, so anyway, yes. Okay, so